Scott, back in Hawaii for another one, a year after the last one, so getting kind of used to this by now, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we love it here. This is a great fight culture, great fight town, and a lot of great talent here. So we're excited to be here in Honolulu, and I think this is our fourth or fifth time we've been here. Looking forward to some great fights for the next 2 days.
Any chance you guys would start doing this more than once a year? I mean, we talked to Alima the other day, and she said, hey, I want to win, and then I want to demand that we come back here in December. She wants the December ones back again. So you have to do April and December.
You know, I think what she has to figure out is, like, the Blaisdell is closing down after this fight this weekend, I heard. They're going to be closed for a year for renovations. That's what I heard. So let's see if it's real. But if not, it's a consideration because, I mean, you know, Alima is, has been here for a long time, and we really appreciate the relationship with her. And so if we can make it happen for her here, great. If not, then, you know, she'll have to fight that fight somewhere else.
Great names on this set of back-to-back shows, a couple title fights. Had an issue yesterday with weight for one fighter, and then we had another couple issues today. Talk to me a little bit about Ray Borg and Keone Diggs, who were not making weight, didn't come to the scale at all.
Yeah, you know, in fact, I think Ray and Keone both had catch weights to begin with, and we started with one contract price, and then they negotiated a catch weight because they couldn't make weight, and then for them to miss weight completely again, you know, when it's time to fight. I mean, you know, listen, this is a professional fight league. This is not an amateur, you know, tournament. So. To me, I think that maybe it's time to say goodbye to both of them, and we're going to move on and let them, you know, fight somewhere else. And good luck.
The Borg one, I guess, is of particular interest because he hadn't fought for you guys before. He's had issues making weight in the past. He's had a lot of cancellations on his record, some of which are weight related, and some of which we just shrug our shoulders, and now we wonder if maybe those are all weight related. So, I mean, I guess why bring him in to begin with, knowing that history, and why it started out to try and be at a flyweight, right? And you guys don't have a flyweight division yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, basically it was a weight to fight Horiguchi at 125, and then he got negotiated to 30, and Ray couldn't even make it 35. So I think Horiguchi would probably have fought him at 35 today just because he wanted to fight so bad. But you know, listen, in the past I get it, but you know, his management and my team assured me that he was going to be able to make weight and make, you know, the catch weight, which was 130 for sure, no problem. And so, you know, you go by the word because usually we don't have a problem like this in a fight that big. But unfortunately, that's what happened today.
We did talk off camera about, you know, this being a place where it shouldn't be that hard to get outside and break a sweat, right? I mean, it happens for guys built like you and me. So
yeah. I mean, listen, you're not in Chicago in the wintertime, right? I mean, where cutting weight might be difficult. So I'm not sure if he, you know, the details of why it didn't work out, but my understanding was that he just, you know, this is Borg to just stop trying. So, you know, it's something that as a professional you got to make weight. That's part of the deal. When you sign the contract, you put your name on the contract. That's part of the deal. You got to make weight. And you know, we did everything we said we're going to do. I feel bad for Horiguchi. I feel bad for his family that flew from Japan. So we have to turn him around, figure it out, because the Paris fight's booked. Chicago is stacked to the rafters. And I don't want to just put him in a fight where he's fighting on an undercard. I think we should be featuring him and you know, helping his brand grow. So. You know, it'll probably be in July sometime before he fights, and maybe we'll work something out with Sakibara, who's here. Going to meet with him tonight. Maybe we'll send him to Japan next month if we can get him a fight there.
As time kind of goes on, does doing things like this get a little bit easier for you? I mean, I know you guys don't take this kind of stuff lightly. I mean, you're essentially saying, yeah, sorry, you're fired. And that's never easy for anybody who has to be in that kind of position. But as things go on and you've been doing this a long time, does it get a little bit easier when you can say, I'm sorry, man, business is business. We can't have this kind of thing go on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, even his manager said you should fire him, right? So when the manager says you should fire him, then, you know, then that's everybody understands. Like, this is not, you know, something that you should take lightly because you got TV here, right? You have a national network. You have Showtime Television here filming the fights. You have Horiguchi, who's been training for 3 months to get ready. His whole family's here. The family from Japan came. All the people, all his fans from Florida where he lives are here. It's just not fair. And so to me, you can't take that lightly. You can't just brush it off like I didn't make weight. So now there's going to be consequences. You know?
The consequence from the missed weight yesterday for the Friday night set of fights is Deanna Bennett can't win a title.
That's right.
What did you think about Liz saying, I don't care that my title's on the line. I don't care if you take it from me if I lose. That belt's on the line and we're fighting.
Listen, she could have took the easy way out, honestly, because if she loses the belt, it becomes vacant, right? And we actually let her make that decision because, she could have said, no, I want to be a non-title fight. And she still would have fought 5 rounds. It still would have been the main event. And it just wouldn't have been a title fight. But in her mind, she had to ramp up and knowing that her title belt is on the line. That's all that mattered to her. And that's what she said to us. And so we said, okay, let's go for it.
I mean, knowing her as long as you have and everybody else in the business, as long as they have, does that surprise you at all that she had that attitude?
No, but I can tell you this. I don't think all fighters would have had that attitude. I think some people might have just said, it's okay. Let's just call it a non-title fight and we'll do it another day. But like I said, she wants to test herself. And that's what this is about at the end of the day, is these great martial artists are all testing themselves. And I give her a lot of credit for stepping up like that.
I know that you can't make a decision on Deanna Bennett before she fights tonight like you were able to do with the other two from today, but, as far as Liz is concerned yesterday, she thinks that she's going to go out and make that decision for you. She says she's pretty much pissed enough that she'll just beat her into retirement and cost her job. After the fight, I mean, Deanna's had an issue in the past as well, and against Liz. So, what do you do with that going forward? Because she is, a standout in the division. She's getting ready to fight for a title, so she may not be somebody that is as easy to let go.
And you know what? I'll tell you, when you think about getting your title shot, this could be your only shot you ever have. And weight shouldn't be an issue, right? You should be monitoring that, and you should be taking care of that. Your gym, your coaches, your management should be on top of that, and that should never be an issue. We monitor them. From the time these guys or girls get here, we start weighing them. We weigh them 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 3, and so we monitor. We try to help them get to the point where they need to be. But that's something. Let's see what happens tonight, and then we'll decide the future from there.
Sure, it'll be a great couple events regardless. So appreciate the time, Scott. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
thank you.
Thanks.